Everybody make sure you're connected to audio. Let me turn my, all right, good. Hey family, what's up y'all? Okay. So today we are gonna go over, Forex basics. I do believe most of you need a little bit of work in this area, even though some of you are still a little more tenured. You still definitely need some work, right? What do they say, right? If you're a little behind, you just need to go back to the basics, right? Sometimes that's all it takes. If you're not sure what you're looking at anymore, go back to the basics. All right, that's all I need y'all to do, because when you stick with the basics and you don't overcomplicate it, everything will be fine. All right, so make sure you have a notebook, pen, pad, all that good stuff. Make sure you are ready. So what I'm going to start with Euro USD, okay? And the way I'm going to teach y'all how to mark up your chart, you're going to start from the top to the bottom, okay? So this is called a top-down analysis. So you need to learn how to do a top-down analysis on all of your charts, okay? It's very important, especially when we get to these higher time frame times, right? It's December 5th. We're in the beginning of the month. We're in the first week of the month. We just had a monthly close. I always talk to you guys about this. I always mention it. You guys should honestly remember that to the T, because it's something that I drill in y'all's head. Check the monthly, right? Check the monthly when the month is coming to a close. I've said this several times. So make sure you do that. We'll start there. Monthly. All right. So Euro USD has got a lot going on, right? Euro USD. And most of you should know Euro USD is the euro against the dollar. Okay. Now, why do we have a lot of stuff going on? Fundamentally. And if you don't know what fundamentally means, I mean as in news-wise, what do we have going on with Euro USD, right? Because the euro is the base currency, right? The first pair, or the first currency in the pair, is always going to be your base currency. So because the euro is the base currency here, it's holding all of the weight, right? If the euro is gaining value, it's pulling the entire thing up. If the euro is losing value, it is pulling the entire thing down. What does that mean for the dollar? What does that mean for the dollar in exchange? And y'all know y'all got to answer. Y'all know we're not about to just sit on the call. Y'all let me know. Drop some answers in there. What does that mean for the dollar? Right? If the euro is going up, what is the dollar doing?
Going down.
Yes, perfect. Perfect. Now, if the euro is going down, that means the dollar is
going up.
Perfect. All right. So now that we have an understanding, we understand which currency is the one that's in control here, we are seeing what has literally unfolded since Corona, right? Which is all of this. So let's box it out. Right, y'all need to start learning how to use your tools, right? If you're not familiar with TradingView, all your tools are going to be right here to the left. Your time frame is going to be up here up top. Your candlesticks and the way you want to read your chart, you could change that. We'll get into that in a bit. And your indicators, right? And this is price. So just be aware of everything that's going on TradingView. So we're going to go here with the paintbrushes, get our rectangle, and I just want to highlight this area so y'all can understand what's been going on with Euro USD. The euro has been gaining value, which means that the dollar has been losing value ever since COVID, right? Ever since all of this stuff has been happening in the market. So fundamentally, it is being affected by what's going on in the economy, right? So that is our fundamental analysis. Oh, I'm over here. Y'all forgive me. Yes, indeed. I have my laptop in front of my Mac computer, and I'm over here typing on my Mac, looking at the laptop. All right, in a second. Hold on. All right, so we have here fundamentally. All right. So boom, that's one. That's already on the fundamental side. We already got that. So now we have technical, right? Because we have all kinds of analysis in the market. So our technical analysis, I'm doing it again. Y'all gonna have to stop me. Y'all gonna have to stop me. It's because I got my mouse down here and then the key, it's weird, y'all. Sorry. Anyway. All right, technical analysis. So for here, we're definitely gonna have to do some more work, right? You got to do a little bit more work for technical analysis. But we definitely know what's going on here. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to look for our support and resistance areas, right? So who can tell me what a support is? Who can tell me what a support is?
That's floor.
Okay, yes, the floor. All right. So to get our technical analysis, we need our SRTs. So we need to know what support is, resistance is, and trend lines, right? So what is the resistance?
The ceiling.
Okay. So what do we mean by floor and ceiling, right? We're going to show you. Good job, Scuba. All right. So support. Right here where I'm holding this cursor, right? I'm going to place a trend line, and this is why we have to chart, right? Because what is happening on the chart, you know, we can see, me as a trader that's been trading for almost 3 years, I can see it without actually having to mark it, right? So I can literally look and say, hey, this is sitting at a really great, wherever price is at currently, where you see that green dotted line, dashed line, I could tell you that's current price, and I could tell you that it is sitting at a very, very key level, right? Key level of resistance and support. And, you know, that's me just looking at that. But how did I find the support that I'm at right now with the cursor? I visually saw that without having to actually draw it. But we draw these things on the chart so that we are aware, right? This is why it's super important to have your markups ready, so that once the candlesticks start to move and price starts to get to doing what it does, you start to see how it starts reacting against your markups. Okay, so super, super important. All right, so boom, here we have a a support, right? And that is the floor. Why do we call that the floor? Because that is an area where price does not want to continue going down. If you see very clearly, this support level has not been broken ever since like 2003, family. Like it's actually never been broken before. Like it broke to the upside, but it's never broken to the downside before. Because if you look here clearly, EURUSD starts in 2002, this chart, right? That's not when it started, but on this chart, they're only showing you data back to 2002. If you look at it on your MetaTrader, I think it goes back to like 1990 something. But this right here is a level where price did not go below that. It did not want to continue going below that. So this is a major support level or a major floor level where price just could not keep going. All right. So this support level, we already know whenever price comes back to it, it's going to be a very strong level and a very hard level to break. Right. So resistance. Resistance is the ceiling, right? We said it was the ceiling. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to mark it on the highest one, close to the highest highs right here. We are on the monthly, so this is different. You're going to have plenty of support and resistance lines, right? So boom, there you go. Now, resistance. This is an area where price did not want to keep going above. It did not want to keep going above. We did have a close above, but it did not break through and just keep continuing on a run up. It didn't do that, right? And throughout all of this time, you have to understand that many things are happening in the world throughout all of these massive, massive movements. Massive, massive movements. Okay? Understand that. So these are major support and resistance areas on the monthly, right? There's definitely more. We could definitely pin out more, right? Areas where the market just stopped. The candlesticks just stopped and then created a nice long skinny line, which we call that a wick, right? Wicks are important. Why? Because they show rejection of that particular area, meaning that price doesn't want to go there. Meaning that every time price does reach there, there's going to be a rejection reaction, right? Unless there is a very strong impulsive candle where we know it's like a huge engulfing candle. And if you don't know what engulfing is, it's one of these, like this, huge long candle, right? Huge long candle. Candles that literally engulf literally means like this candle is bigger than this one and it's literally taking over it. That's what engulfing means, right? So that's how we see when price wants to break through it. But for now, in these little resistance areas, we know it wants to reject that area. So that's all support and resistance is. Areas where you will see price bouncing back and forth through it. Okay, and this is how you're going to trade. You're going to trade with these levels, right? Now, a good way to do this, you can label it, right? Go here, label it. Monthly, what's this? My resistance, right? That's monthly resistance and support. Like this is a strong one, and then this one is a strong support. So start labeling it, okay? If you're not going to remember it or color code it or something, but label it. You know, that's what this is for. That's what charting is for, to help you see. All right, boom. Now we got that. We go down to the weekly, right? Let me go ahead and take this away because this is no longer important. All right, sorry y'all, because I was definitely about to erase everything. All right, now, what do we do again on the weekly? We look for more support and resistance lines. Let me check the chat. And if y'all have questions, you can unmute. Y'all was laughing at me. That's too funny. All right, so more support and resistance on the weekly. Okay, very easy to pin out. Like you really need to see where price is stopping. Where's price stopping and consolidating and breaking out through? And if you don't know what consolidation is this sideways movement where you're not really getting anywhere. Whenever you get in up here because you think it's going up and then it goes down. And then you think it's going down and then you get in here and then it goes up again. That's consolidation, okay? You don't want to trade that. And if you're going to trade that, you better know how. So these are the areas, we're literally looking for areas that are bouncing off of each other, right? These are nice areas where the candlesticks are bouncing off and breaking through and going to the next zone. And all you want to do is trade from zone to zone. Like if you understood that you can trade from weekly to weekly, like you would just know. Like look at this, right? This is a weekly zone, this is a monthly zone. Literally broke through. Let me get a arrow, right? This right here, this candle broke out, closed above, right? Then we had these come up, start rejecting. What was it doing? It was getting ready for that retest. Retest right back into that support zone. Where did it go? Right to the next resistance zone. Okay, you're trading from zone to zone. Same thing here. Like that, this one's easy too. Let's show this one. Breakout of the weekly. Retest straight on the weekly zone. Boom. Went up. Right? And no, you're not always going to be precise. These aren't always going to be precise because you can't always just trade weekly to weekly or monthly to monthly. You're going to have support and resistance zones in between as you start going down through your time frames, okay? And if you don't understand what the time frames mean, it means that on the monthly, each candlestick is worth a month of price action. On the weekly, each candlestick is worth a week worth of price action, okay? How many people, drop a 7 in the chat if you know what OHLC is. Drop a 7, we got 11 people now. Drop a 7 in the chat if you know what OHLC is. What, Sarah? Look at my sis. She gonna come through with it. Okay, Sarah, you want to unmute yourself? Tell me what you think.
If I remember correctly, it means, I want to make sure I say this right. OLHC. It's open.
Yeah.
What's line? Line. What's L? Is it line?
Is no. Is it OH?
OH. I'm sorry. I thought it was
So
an
open.
OL.
You good? So open, and then H is what?
Damn. What is it? I know
High.
C is close.
Yep. C is close. Great job. And then H is high.
High and then low. So
Yes.
open, high, low, close. All right.
Yes. Perfect.
I remember
Perfect.
somewhat.
Great job. Great job. Super, super happy. Okay. Awesome. So let's go ahead and write that down, family. If you don't know what that is, you know, my girl Sarah threw it down. She definitely remembers. I keep typing on the other keyboard, y'all. Anyway, okay. Open, high, low, close. Okay. If you don't know what the OHLC is, this is your cheat. This is what the candlestick is telling you. You have to know what you're reading and looking at. Okay, because when you're looking at a candle, you're looking at its OHLC. All right. When we're on the monthly, and this one right here is December 5th. So imagine how much this moved just in 5 days. Wow. 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 Hold up, I gotta measure this, family. That was a lot of pips to be caught with EURUSD. Okay. 200 pips that it went up in 5 days. Alrighty. This was last month. All right. So what is it telling you? Open, high, low, close. We're going to do last month because last month's candle is closed. This month's candle is not closed, right? So where is the open? This green candle is a buy candle. If you don't know by now, it's a buy candle or bullish candle, right? A bull candle is a buy candle. A sell candle is a bear candle, bearish candle. All right, when they say the bulls versus the bears, they're really just talking about the buyers versus the sellers. All right, so last month's candle in November, we have, boom, right here. This would be your open. This is where the candlestick opened at. Okay, so this will be your open of the candlestick. Let me see, so I need to. I had to close this other one out, y'all, because I keep messing up. All right, cool. All right, so this is the open of your candle right here at the bottom because it is a buy candle. When a buy candle opens, it opens at the bottom and it closes above, right? It closes above. So where's our close? Our close is right here. This is where the candle closed, right here. That's the top of the body of the candle, of the buy candle. So that is now your close, right? So what does this mean? This means that price opened at 1.16462 on November 1st, and it closed on November 30th at 1.19244. Y'all understand that? Now, the H and the L. What is the H and the L? The high and the low. Okay, so the high of the candle is up here at the top of the wick. Why? Because that's the highest price went. It couldn't go any further than that throughout that month. Okay, it was pushed down and it closed below that high. So that is going to be the high of the month. The highest that EURUSD ever went in the month of November is 1.20036. All right. Same thing is going to be for the low. All right, same thing is going to be for the low. The low is going to be at the bottom wick right here. Let's make that a little bigger because I can barely see it. Y'all know me, I wear glasses. All right, cool. So here we have the low. All right. So the lowest EURUSD ever went in November was 1.16026. All right. So now that y'all understand what's going on here, right? Within this time frame, EURUSD within the month of November literally moved up and down a total of 400 pips. That's crazy. Did y'all know that it moved 400 pips in the month of EURUSD? Like, if y'all knew it was gonna swing for 400 pips, would you have gotten into that swing for the month and just placed the buy and just left it? Let's see. Yes. Yep. Yes. You see? So this is why awareness is key, family. Like you got to know what you're looking at. You got to know what you're trading, right? You have to absolutely know. If you're looking at a candlestick and you don't even know the data that is telling you, we have problems, okay? Because OHLC is the very first thing that you learn in this academy. All right, so make sure you're aware of that. If you need a, let me screenshot. Actually, let me put this down here, right here. I'll drop this in the chat where y'all can save it. All right. All right, so I just wanted to, because I know everybody's on different levels, and when we're doing a basics class, like we really want to get basic. You really want to get basic to really just break it down. So, cool. Boom, boom. Now that we've done that, let's get that out the way. Because that's just going to be in the way. It's not, we don't need that marked up. You can mark that up, but you just need to be aware. All right, cool. So now we're back at it on the weekly, weekly. Now we're back at it on the weekly. Okay, we have drawn some more supportive resistance where we see that price is literally, doing break and retests and trading within the weekly and monthly zones, right? So you don't have to get too much into it. You really don't have to like get way back there because we're on the weekly and this is taking us all the way to 2016. That's another thing, family. Like, pay attention to the timeline and what you're looking at, the history of the currency. Okay, I am very big on awareness. You need to know everything. You need to know everything. This is why when we tell you pick one pair and master it, is because you're going to know everything. You're going to know the highs and the lows, every single thing about that pair, to where if it hits a certain price, you're like, ooh, I already know it's time to sell. Because every time it hits 120, it's that time to sell. Every time it hits 105, like, I already know that's about to be a swing all the way up. Like, these are the things that you're going to get used to, especially if you're treating this as a profession, okay? So make sure that you're getting used to that. All right, daily. Now we want to get a little bit more into it, a little bit more technical. All right, we want to add a little trend line here, and we want to make sure that we are seeing the trend, that we are identifying the trend. How do we identify a trend, family? Let me know. Unmute yourself or put it in the chat. How do you identify a trend?
As in if it's going to uptrend or a downtrend?
Right. How do you know if it's an uptrend or a downtrend?
Just follow the movement.
Follow the movement. No. Yes and no.
I would identify higher highs and higher lows,
Yes.
and lower lows and lower highs.
Yes, absolutely.
Support and resistance.
It was identifying higher highs and higher lows and lower highs. That's exactly, that's the correct answer. So, and I'm not going to say that's the correct answer because there is plenty of good and correct answers, but that's the answer I'm looking for so that you can understand what you're looking for. So what is higher highs and higher lows, right? So we're going to do HH is higher. Lord, HH is higher highs. HL is higher lows. And then LL is lower lows. And then LH is lower highs. All right, bet. So if you have higher highs and higher lows, what is that equivalent to? Right? If this high is higher than this high, and this high is higher than this high, and then we have these lows, right? And we have these lows higher than these lows, and these lows higher than these lows. What does that identify? What type of trend?
Uptrend.
Yes, perfect. Perfect, Irene. Uptrend. So you can go here, and we're gonna put, I'm gonna have to get me tonight with this little keyboard. On my nerves. Okay, so okay, uptrend, perfect. So that in turn means the lower lows and the lower highs is the downtrend, right? So how do we identify those? That's easy as well, right? Label it. Get in there and label it. Start labeling your chart. If you have absolutely no idea what you're looking at, or you're kind of lost, or you're just having trouble seeing it, because that's the problem most of the time, is having the trouble seeing it, right? You may have the trouble to be able to identify what's going on with the chart because you're not really understanding what you're looking at. So this is, I'm going to tell you what you're looking at, right? This right here is a lower low. Click right here. This right here. Come on. Is a lower low, right? And then when you come here, we have a higher high. But then when you get right here and price pulls back, we now have a higher low than the previous low, right? And then we get up here. I hear my daughter. I think she just got home because I hear number running. Whew. All right. We get up here and then we have another higher high because the highs that these candle made is higher than this one, right? Then we have this pullback again, and then we're gonna also identify it with this. Let's go ahead and do this, right? So y'all can actually like see it, right? Because I know sometimes some people really need to see it, but you don't want all this stuff all over the chart because it's just after a while it gets too messy, and then you really like, okay, what's really going on? But I'm going to draw it out for you so you can understand what you're looking at, right? So we get back over here and we have some more higher lows, right? So now we've gotten to the point where we have identified the trend all the way through. We've identified the trend all the way through. And what do they say about the trend? The trend is what?
Your friend.
Yes, the trend is your friend.
friend.
Yes, please do not trade against the trend. There is no reason why you should be trading against the trend unless you are an expert at what you do. Okay? You have to know how to trade against the trend. You have to know that when it's pulling back, it's only a pullback and it's only going to pull back a certain amount. Okay, you can't just be in there nilly-willy and being like, oh, it's just about to fall all the way through. No, it was an uptrend. So if it was an uptrend and you identified an uptrend, why are you expecting for it to just fall? It doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. You want to follow the trend. So now we've identified this. Let's take all these lines out because it really looks ugly and you really don't need all that. That's just extra to make y'all see. But we've identified the trend. Okay. And now you can put a trend line. And literally, once you've already like identified that, you know, more than likely you're not going to have to label that anymore. And you're just going to be drawing your trend line and you're going to be good to go. Now, your trend line does not have to be perfect, but how many touches does the trend line have to have for it to be a trend line? Three or more. Yes. 3 or more touches to a trend line, okay, for you to actually have a nice, legit trend line, because you want to have connections, you want to have points, right? You want to make sure that this is actually a trend. Now, aside from that, how many touches until a breakout? Give or take. How many touches till a breakout? Nobody knows that one? All right. 5 or 6. 5 or 6, okay? Because the next one that comes, like we got 1, we got 2. Like I wouldn't even consider this like a whole bunch of touches. I would probably consider the whole thing as one big touch, right? Because on the if I put this back on a weekly, you know, that's exactly what it is, right? It's just like boom and then boom, okay? So I wouldn't even consider it that many touches. I would just consider it 1. So honestly, I would say 1, 2, 3. Right? Let's get back in here. 1, 2, 3. Right? And then we normally get something like this. Right? And then we're like, ooh, it broke the trend. But what happens, family? Because we didn't get to that 5th or 6th touch yet. What happens? Boop. Right? It broke through the trend line and then it hit a support zone and then it bounced right back up into the trend line. What is this called? Anybody? Right here. When a candle breaks out and then goes back in.
Pullback?
A fake out. Right? This is your fake out. This is your fake out. This is you. You're like, ooh, you're excited. You're like, it just broke my trend line. And then you forgot about all the 50 other confirmations that you need to have in order for you to understand that there is a change in a trend. Right? So here comes our fake out. Bouncing right back in. And then we get another one of these because we hit a monthly resistance. And then we get another bounce. Y'all see how the market works, family? Like it's really like this is exactly how it really be working. Like, is this how it works? Yes or no? You tell me. Has this happened to you before? Where you really thought it was a break in the trend, like you really thought you had predicted the reversal, like you really had it, like you just knew, you were like, oh, I already know it's about that time, it is reversing. Like you knew better and you didn't follow the trend. Right? Absolutely. So follow the trend because you don't want to be in the fake out. And if you're going to be in the fake out, then you better TP at that support, right? This is how you need to start learning how to trade smart. Trade smart. Okay, cutting your losers and letting your winners ride. Right? Let me take a screenshot of this. Who we got on the call? Ashley, Cash, Chris, Ari, Pops. Hey, Pops. Mom Ben. I'm not sure who Mom Ben is, but nice to meet you. Nisha, Sarah, and Steve. Okay, perfect. I'm so excited. Let me go drop these in the here's. Here. I gotta drop this one in there. All right, family. And if y'all got any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to ask. Please feel free to unmute. Okay, perfect. So we have identified trend and stuff. Let's get this off. Let's go bye-bye. And y'all gonna have homework at the end of this call. Tomorrow, I want everybody to drop a chart in the chat. And hold on, because I'm about to take a picture of who's on. Oh, look, 2 people already hopped off. Oh, look, they got scared. They got scared. That's okay. I took a picture. I know who's on this call. All right. I took a picture. Everybody that's on this call, I need y'all to drop a chart in the chat tomorrow, please. Okay. You are doing yourself a service by doing that, because everybody's going to see your chart. Not only are they going to see your chart, but they're also going to give you advice. They're going to help you. Okay. I will help you. But it's absolutely important for you to understand the culture of being able to drop your chart and not feeling, shy about it, not feeling like, oh, you did something wrong, so you don't want people to see that. So you're gonna mark up support, resistance, trend line. Okay, support, resistance, trend line. Label it. Label it. Label it like that: monthly, weekly, support, resistance. All right. Have your trend line. Identify the higher highs, higher lows, or lower lows, lower highs. All right. And then from there, I'll let you know what else. But those are a few things for the home. Let me put this down actually. Let me all right. Homework. SRTs. Label, time frame. What else? Oh, label trend. Let's see. So far, we're gonna leave it at that. Oh, and label a OHLC. And for my more advanced people, I'm gonna have y'all do something else. But this for like very, very, very beginner people, do this. Okay. Pick any candle to label the OHLC. It doesn't have to be a specific one. It could be on a monthly, weekly, hourly, daily. Just, zoom into it and take a picture of it. What's this one? All right. Cool. Awesome. So let's get that. I'm gonna hide it. All right. Support, resistance, trend lines, and label it and identify high, low. Yes. Perfect. All right. So now that we're here, now that we've labeled all of this, right now what we want to see is what is our next move? Like what is going to happen, right? So I do need to go back to my weekly because I need to see what area this is in, right? This is actually in a very nice key area. And I honestly feel like this is going to continue booming all the way up because this right here, what we have here, family, this is called an imbalance, okay? We still have a huge imbalance here within the market. All right, so let's make sure y'all know what that is. And y'all can take screenshots of this. This is imbalance. Now, imbalance means that there was not enough equal buying and selling, okay? Not enough equal buying and selling. What does that mean? That means when you have really fast, impulsive movements, what y'all have to understand what's going on with the market is there has to be an equal amount of buying and selling because the banks are trading in this market. It's trillions of dollars that are moving into this market. So imagine a bank, a corporation, an institution coming in and being like, all right, boom, I'm ready to place this $10 trillion trade on EURUSD. Let's get it. Boom. Do you know like what their money can do to the market? Like their money can truly slip the market, right? It can make the market do crazy things. So what do? They hedge themselves into position. What does that mean? They buy the market up and then they sell it back down. And then they buy it back up and then they sell it back down. They're literally wiggling their money into the market, maneuvering it into the market in such a way to where people aren't seeing how big these transactions are. Okay, if y'all want to see something crazy, I want to know what chart. I gotta see. I think it was on, wasn't it on Oanda, Ari? I think it was SPX. It had like a crazy candle. I don't know if it was XPX. It was something, and it was on Oanda, or was it Nas? Let's see. But you can see within this market, like what their money can do. Like absolutely. Or if no, it was FXCM. That's what it was. It was FXCM. It was this one. Yeah. Let's see where it's at. Let's see. Huh. Well, I know it was something crazy, Ari. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
As
How long ago? Recently?
girl, yeah. It was something. But y'all have to understand what they're doing, right? They gotta place themselves carefully into the market so that they're not actually making these big waves into the market. So here, what does that mean? That means here they sold this market all the way down to the floor. Okay. It literally dropped, boom, all the way 3,000 pips. Like just within a year. Literally plunged. 2014, 2015, it was over, right? The euro died. I remember when the euro was up there because I went to Europe when I was in high school. That was around 2007. If y'all go see the value of the euro, they were not playing back then. That thing was up there, right? Against the dollar. Like I know I had to bring a good penny over there just to have enough because a dollar was like maybe 70 cents, 60 cents over there, maybe 50. I don't even remember. But you know, this is how you got to think, you know, about the market. We're literally trading in real live world trading. It's crazy. But this imbalance got to get filled. Okay. It came up to here and that was it. Price has not gone back up here. So now I know for sure price got to come back up here. So what's going to happen with my analysis? I'm going to keep it as a buy, right? As it continuing up, not only because of that, but because there's a lot of things going on with our economy that's also going to lead me to have that prediction. So, all right. So what will we be looking forward to? We will be looking forward to a breakout and a retest, right? Look at what happened on the daily. Oh my gosh. We had 2 daily candles break out and retest and close above a monthly resistance. Boom. That's big, right? That's big. This is how we start getting into strategy, breakout and retest. So now we see that it broke out of this resistance and it's coming back to this resistance to test it to see if it was an actual true breakout or if we're going to just go ahead and fade back into here so that we can get a better buy price, because you must understand that the banks, They don't want to buy up here. They want to buy down here. It's called buy low, sell high for a reason. So why you think they push the market down? So they could get a better price. Why do you think they push the market up? So they could sell it to you at a higher price. Did you know that when we place a buy in this market, we are selling our position? And when you place a sell, somebody else is buying that position. Okay, this is how all the markets work. This has been for stock markets, like this is all across the board, right? And so once you understand that, you're starting to understand how the market is moving. So we have this consolidation area over here that we broke out of, right? We can mark this up and have this. That way we know, hey, this was a nice, clear, clean breakout, right? Anytime you see this 3 candlestick pattern, look for a continuation, okay? Let's call that out too. Boom, continuation pattern. Continuation pattern, okay? This right here, this 3 candlestick pattern. Up, down, up. That's a continuation pattern. That's the same thing if it was going the opposite. If it was a sell candle with a buy candle and a sell, it's the same thing. Look, let's see. I can find you another one. Sell, buy, sell, plunge. Right? That 3 candlestick pattern. You can even find that as like an emoji or a GIF on your Telegram. But yeah, those are continuation patterns, family. Okay, so start understanding candlestick patterns along with market patterns. All right, so boom, we got that, we got that. Now, I'm trying to find a good little, I mean, this could be considered like a nice, I don't want to say a flag because it really doesn't look like a flag. Yeah, we're just gonna call this a breakout, retest, run. It's not gonna be a flag. I don't like how it moves. Flags is more so like this, like coming down diagonally, right? Creating a channel. This just created a nice consolidation box, broke out. Now we broke out of the monthly zone. So what's going to be important for us here is what it's going to do Sunday, okay? When the market opens Sunday, we're gonna see how this opens and closes. And let's go back to the weekly, see how the weekly closed. The weekly closed right slightly above it, So we may have a chance of retracement, definitely coming back into here, maybe even into this breakout, right? We can even come into here instead of going all the way down into the trend line, going back into this breakout space right here. Let's add another resistance line and then do the continuation, right? And let's say you didn't want to overextend. Okay, you got another resistance here. That's okay. You don't have to overextend, but you know for sure if it's breaking out and it's going up, you know for sure it's at least going to cover this all the way up to here where it resisted. Okay, and how much is that? How many pips is that? 264 pips. I'll be damned. 264 pips. All right. So be looking out for that. Okay. Be looking out for that. Be looking out for price either to continue moving up from that daily breakout and retest that we talked about here, right? With these 2 candles, or coming back into this breakout of consolidation into this trend line and then continuing up, which I think I do like it coming back at least until this, because this right here is also a cube, family. If you don't know, I know y'all probably, I don't know if y'all heard me talk about cubes before, but that's like a smart money thing where the market likes to come back into. So definitely like this. Yeah, I really do like this, actually. Let me change this color. All right, boom. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna label it, right? For me, because I like to label stuff for me. Make me aware. Cube. Cool. I got a nice cube reaction here. Nice little trend line. Nice little continuation pattern. Nice breakout. Like, all I know is I'm buying. I know I'm buying. Where we're going to buy, we're going to see on Sunday. We're going to see. All right, we're definitely going to see. We're definitely going to see. So, family, do y'all understand how we're going about this? Do y'all understand how we're going about this analysis? Yeah, that was the top of that. So let me put this down here. Boom. Do y'all understand? This is another potential. All right. I'm going to send an alert for myself. If y'all don't know how to set an alert, you just right click on the line, the support and resistance, press add alert. It's going to be there. Me personally, I have TradingView Pro. So I can put multiple alerts, but if you don't have it, I think you can only put one, but you can still put one, family. So don't let that stop you from putting an alert. You got to just be ready all the time, right? Because the alert's going to pop up on your phone. You're going to get an email. It's going to pop up on your laptop. Like, this is how you stay ready so you're not staring at the screen, all right? This is why I like to do high time frame trades. Like, no lie. Like, as you can see, I didn't even go below daily. Like, that's just something about me is I've always been a swing trader. I've always liked to swing pairs. Oh, I really like this even more, y'all. I like this even more. Going down on a 4 hour. This is a nice little area. I like this. Nice little, look at a nice little reaction off of the monthly on the 4 hour close. It said, nope, I'm not about to close below there. Y'all, this is nice. I'm excited. 1 hour. Definitely a lot of buying action here. So what does that mean? It's got to get filled. It's got to get filled, right? It's not imbalanced like per se, like right here, but definitely right here. There was literally very little selling action here. So price got to come back, fill it, and then bounce off of it. I'm excited. All right, family. So literally, I'm only going to take you down to the 4 hour. That's all you need. I'm not even about to sit there and mess around with the, as soon as it starts getting close to price, right? As soon as it starts getting close to 1.19230 or within that area, right? 119.5, 119.230. That's when you start paying attention to see how price is reacting, okay? That's when you start jumping into your 1 hour, your 30 minute, your 15 minute. I don't care about 1 hour, 30 minute, and 15 minute right now. Market is closed. This is not going to benefit me right now. What's going to benefit me is a long-term top-down analysis. Because now I know Sunday I'm prepared. I know what's to come for the week. Not for the day, for the week. I'm getting myself ready. I'm putting myself into position. And once price is there, you happen. That's it. All right, so let me put this back on a daily, family. Let me I'm going, or maybe the 4, I don't know. Nah, we'll go back to the daily. I like it on daily better. All right, so we have these points of interest, right? Potential entry. Let me put that there. And I'm gonna drop this in the chat so y'all can have that. Now, do y'all have any specific questions on TradingView? Any specific question on analysis? Any pair I need y'all want me to look at? Anything y'all got a question on? Let me know right now, please. Potential entry. Nice. All right. All right, so, and when you're writing an analysis, family, this is what you, let me do that. Let me do that because I had Ari do this the other day. Nas, look at her. She want me to look at Nas. All right, Ari, I was trying to get Ari to do this the other day to give me a summary of what she was looking at and what she, you know, like, basically tell me what you see. So this is what I'm talking about when I say tell me what you see. I say this. All right. EURUSD is sitting at a monthly it just broke out a monthly resistance. EURUSD just broke out a monthly resistance, retested, sitting at monthly support now on daily, right? And we got I'm gonna put it like this: higher highs, higher lows, have been forming, right? Broke out of consolidation, right? Want to see a retest back to consolidation near trend line for a potential buy around 1.19230. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Like this is an analysis. This is what I mean by give me your analysis. Okay, like what do you see? Why do you see it going up there? Why do you see you know, an uptrend? Like this is the type, these are the types of things. Let me hold on. Let's answer. These are the types of things that you want to identify when doing your analysis. Because then when you go back to your chart and you done already saw everybody's noise, you done already saw somebody else called a sell, you know, then there was trading it right on Sunday. Then everybody done hopped in on a buy on Sunday. Like all these things, right? The noise starts to happen. The noise starts to come in and you didn't write nothing down of what you see. And now you're not focused. Now you're distracted. And now you're like, well, maybe what I saw just wasn't right. Well, you don't even know what you saw because you didn't even write it down. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about when doing analysis. Okay, so for my homework, for my advanced people, that's what you got to do. Okay, that's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to give me an analysis saying, I see X, Y, Z, and this is why I'm going to take the trade. Period. Like, don't be scared of your setups. That you gotta do the chart work for a reason. Like, look, I could even come up in here and be like, all right, cool. I see all this, and I'm about to put my MAs. Boom, boom. Cool. So let's see the 50 and the 4. Look at that. Look at that. The 50 and the 4 cross on the way up. Man, this is even more beautiful now. This is even more beautiful. Why? Because now I see a retest down to this one where I put IC. IC means institutional candle, or like it. We'll get into that institutional trading and things like that. It's a little bit different. We'll get into that on another day. A little bit more advanced information. So don't want to get too much into it. But look at where the MA is sitting. It's right there on the white line, right? Because I put this as a cue for it to come retest here, right? We got the trend line here, but then I also put this one here because I understood that this candle, you know, this small little jump down and this impulse up, I was like, okay, this may have, you know, this may have more weight if this one don't work. So now we got the MA coming. Now we set. Now we got another confirmation, right? We had a cross. When they cross on the way up, that means it's a buy. Okay, guys? When they cross on the way down, that means it's a sell. If you don't know how to add these to your chart, you need to go here, indicators, moving average. All right, you're going to click on it. It's going to pop up. A line is going to pop up. You're going to double click on it. You're going to put that moving average, and you're going to put this one, EMA, exponential. Moving average exponential is what it's going to say, I think. Then you're going to change the inputs. EMA is going to be 50. 50 length. Okay, 50 length. Then the 4, right, is just a simple MA, simple moving average. The length is going to be the number 4. Right, this is an easy strategy, easy MA cross strategy that Lisaldo Tavares teaches with his teacup strategy. It's amazing. It's super easy to use. And this just gave me even more confirmations for my trade, right? So if we're going to use indicators, make sure you put that in your analysis. My indicator is telling me, you know, market is oversold. It's telling me market is overbought. It's telling me it's time to turn around, whatever it may be. All right, because these indicators definitely work. It just depends on how you work them. They may be lagging, yes, but if you are also using price action with them on a live, you know, naked chart, well, I'm still gonna call it a naked chart. I don't care if they got moving averages on there, because I started this whole markup as a naked chart, right? And then we added the moving averages later as an extra confirmation. But don't be scared to use the indicators. The indicators are there to help you. They give you a little bit more reassurance sometimes, you know, so I like it. It's cool. But yeah, family, that's what I'm looking for. Ari, this is what I want to see. I want to see Nas like this. All right, so Nas. We're going to do Nas and then any questions? Move Nas to, hold on, because I don't want to erase this in a second. Right here. Oh my gosh. Nas. Let me move this and go ahead and put it in the chat and take these off. And if y'all ever want to not take anything off your chart and just hide it, just press the little I and it'll take it away, but it'll still be there. You can bring it back. And cool. All right, I'm gonna open this in the chat. Really? Nasdaq and crazy. All right. Sorry, y'all. Let me just get this out because if I don't, I'm gonna forget and it's gonna be too much going back. All right, cool. Nas for my girl Ari. Oh Lord, please forgive me. What's going on? Y'all can tell I don't trade Nas. I don't touch Nas. I really just touch US 30 and SPX. but more so US 30. I'm just not a whatever. No SRTs, right? All right, so look at this, guys. If y'all would have just, this I'm gonna say my favorite Kim line. If y'all would have just placed the buy back in 2003 and fell into a coma and woke up today, you'd be a billionaire. Right? You would be a billionaire, because the way that stocks work is different. It's crazy. They just buy and buy and buy and buy. Like, yeah, they come down, but when they come down fast and hard, and then it's just for that quick big retrace so they could just pump it back up again, right? Because the stock people, they're not like, we also got to understand that the people in the stocks is also big players like Warren Buffett and things like that. People who really have a lot of control within the market. They are also controlling the stock market. The banks also control that too. So you got to understand that every movement that's happening within these markets is happening for a reason, right? We got this COVID stuff. We got all that, especially with NAS, US 30, and SPX. Please pay attention to the news. Always, always, always. And I forgot to mention another thing, guys. Always look at Forex Factory. Always go to forexfactory.com to check the news for the week every Sunday. Put it in your alarms. Put it wherever you need to put it so that you know what's going on. What is my thing logged in? But you need to check it, because whenever there's news, the market moves crazy. The market moves different, and honestly, it used to move crazier back in the day. Like, it's the way it moves now is nothing compared to the way it moved back in the day. Like NFP, you used to be able to catch like 100 to 200 pips within 5 to 10 minutes. Every NFP, like, it was no joke. So when we tell you market conditions change, like, we really mean market conditions change. Like, as you can see the movement of the chart, y'all see that they're really reacting in different ways during different time periods depending on what's going on in the world. So all these red folders that you see, red folders are super important. Make sure you're paying attention to red folders. That is what is going to affect the market on whatever you're trading. So it's going to have the pair right here, and it's going to have the folder right there, and you can go in there and research what everything means yourself. Like this Friday, right? We got, that was this past Friday that just passed. We had, this past Friday, it was NFP. If you don't know what NFP is the first Friday of every month. All right, first Friday of every month. So that was this past Friday. It's going to show you the numbers, non-farm payrolls. Non-farm payrolls pretty much just means how many new jobs were created, how many new people did we get paid, right? Unemployment rates, that's also another big one. Did it go up? Did it go down, right? The more it goes up, not good for the economy, not good for the market, but that's okay. We could just sell it, right? So we got to pay attention to this at all times, especially this Fed Chair Powell. If you're trading US 30, SPX, NAS, you better be paying attention to this. You better be paying attention to this. You got to pay attention to this. Anytime the Fed chairman speaks, it's important, because he's the chairman of the Federal Reserve and they control everything. Okay, so we have to know what's up with that all the time. Okay, and then NFP does affect it as well. All right, so back to this. Also, for this news-wise, investing.com, CNBC, and Bloomberg. If you have Bloomberg, I think you got to pay for it. But yeah, okay. So NAS 100 last month closed extra bullish. We had the previous months, they really just literally plunged, came down September and October, right? So now it's time. The markets are a little, they're gonna move the way they move. It's holiday season. The banks and the people with money, they're not really moving their money around a lot unless there's something major going on in the world. Okay, so just letting you know now, like, you may see these dips in the market because they've literally walked away. They're on vacation. They're not sitting here doing investments all throughout the holidays. Okay, so understand that. Now, weekly was just that. I'm just going to put some support and resistance there. It was not too much, you know, because we got some pretty hefty monthly areas that's kind of like E. All right. I like it right here. All right. All right. So as you can see, you know, in this support and resistance is a little cray, especially on the monthly. This would be another one, but I'm gonna leave it like this. So we got monthly, monthly. All right, I'm gonna just leave it like that. We don't need all of that because I doubt it's going to dip that far right now, but now we're gonna head back on to weekly, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and explain everything again because we already did that with EURUSD. Okay, so I am going to just identify support and resistance and where I see it. Hopefully you understand that by now, and if you don't, we're just gonna have to do something separate with support and resistance, and don't forget to do your homework. Boom, boom. I like this one here. All right, cool. So pretty much, where are we at? What has Nas done? What did Nas do just now, Ari? This past week, what did it just do? Looking at this, exactly what you see on this last weekly candle, what can you tell me that it did? Okay, Ari, can you hear me? Maybe she can't hear me. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, what do you see with this last weekly candle that just closed? Like, just by seeing that, what happened with Nas? What has happened with Nas?
It broke resistance.
Yes, but what else? Specifically, with price?
It's going up in the buy. What else?
Yes. So what it did, oh, look, we got an answer. Let's see. Bullish. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, y'all are all correct. These are all, it's not the answer I'm looking for. It is all correct. It's not wrong, but it's not what I'm looking for. So it broke its highest high. With that last candle this past week, it broke its highest high. So now NAS is at the highest it's ever been. Right? We had 12.511, and the highest it went was like 12.550 last week, right? So that is big, because what happens when we break equal highs and equal lows, we're looking for an opposite reaction. Okay, so we done broke the high, we may be looking at a retrace, right? We may be looking at a retrace. So now we have to see this closed above the highest high, right? And when you're trading the highest highs, you have to be careful, right? And you also have to be careful not to trade against the trend. I'm not saying that, you know, don't trade a sell at all, but I am saying when you do trade a sell, it better be a damn good setup. Like, you better be sure about it, pretty much, you know, because we understand that this has always been a bullish trend no matter what, right? And it's safer to just buy. But also, once it's at its highest high, you don't know where it's going to go, because that's the max it's ever been. So now you don't even know if there's a resistance coming, because it never made its way that way before, right? So you also have to be careful when you are in a buy, once it's at as high, where are you buying at and where are you getting out at, and not overreaching. Okay, so now that we've established that, and it broke as high as highest monthly, let's see. I like that, but I need more data. I need to go back to the daily, right? Let's write these weekly. All right, I like this. Okay, so definitely broke all this. I like these candlesticks. We definitely got to see if we're going to get a retrace back into the monthly or lower and then go back up. Right? Now, price always wants to come back to areas like this. Right? Areas like this with this type of setup with long wicks, right? This is a doji candle right here, which is a reversal candle or an indecision candle. So it depends on the placement, but this is a good area for price to come back to. And also here, the monthly, right? Because this is where it broke out from. And if I place another resistance line here just to see what has happened, you can clearly see it did break the highest high, right? Because this was the previous highest high, this one rejected it, and this one broke it. All right, so here being on the daily, we would want to do a trend line. I don't like how it looks, but we'll do a trend line. Let's see. All right, so that's a decent trend line. It's okay. It's touching some points there. I don't necessarily like it. It's not really like perfect, but that's okay. It's a nice little trend line. I don't really use a lot of trend lines anyway. I use them there. It's just to identify purpose of trend. But I don't really use it for much else, like breaking retests and things like that. So I'm really liking. This was a lot of back and forth consolidation within these prices, okay? So you can definitely see that it has definitely bounced back between 10.9 and 12.4 a lot, okay? So this breaking here is major. We definitely got to see more action to see what's going to happen. I definitely would say wait till Sunday. Let's see, 4 hour. Yeah, everything wants to go up. That's crazy. Okay. 4 hour. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I honestly am not a fan of Nas. I don't like how Nas moves. I feel like US 30 moves smoother. And I feel like SPX moves smoother. I feel like Nas tends to move a little erratic at times. So I like this. I like this. Let's see. So we definitely need some more support and resistance in here on the 1 hour. Now you see that this isn't a particular trade that I'd be able to pick apart on a higher level, like a higher time frame, because of the way it's moving so erratically. Like y'all see this, like boom, 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 boom. Like this is why it's like you want to trade this up, you know, up. That's what you want to trade. You want to be able to catch these moves right here, these impulses, right? 4,000 pips. Give me that, right? 400 points. Give me that. That's what you want to trade. But this is ugly. This is horrible. And that's on a 1 hour. That's a lot of choppiness. So you would definitely, if you were trading this, you would definitely have to be trading this on a lower time frame, like 15 minute, 5 minute. Yeah, like this, she acting crazy. You need to find out why she's acting so crazy, Ari. Another thing that I tell people is when they're trading indices, you have to know what you're trading, right? You have to understand what you're trading. Nasdaq is tech companies. So you're going to be trading a whole bunch of tech stuff like Microsoft and things like that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, thank you, Jesus. The Lord has blessed me. Thank you, babe. And my eggnog. All right. Oh, you got donuts? My reward for working hard for y'all tonight, y'all. Awesome. Okay, so we got to know what we're trading. Okay, this is what I do also to people who want to trade US 30. You can't tell me you want to trade these things and not know what it is. I can't have you do that. I can't do it. All right, so Nasdaq. Who is involved in the Nasdaq? Let's see. I got to pull it up. I'm probably going to have to go to investing.com. I'm getting hot and everything. If y'all have questions, please speak up. Nasdaq, boom. You could put alerts on investing.com too, family. It's just a little bit, see, create alert. It's not gonna be exact alert because it's moving with the stock time. Remember, we can trade these indices outside of the rest of the US. Like they only get 8:30 to 3:30. You know, they're not special like us Forex people. We get all day. We get to trade this all day. So your alerts might not be the same. But Nasdaq overview. Let's see. Composite. I gotta get the components. There we go. Components. All right. Cool. Look, Ari, you love Nasdaq so much, boo. Let's see what you trading. You are trading 1-800-Flowers.com. 10X Genomics, I don't even know what that is. 111 Inc., 1347 Property Inc., I don't know what that is. 180 Life Sciences, I don't know what none of these things are. One Life Healthcare, First Source. Girl, you're going to have to know what these people do. Abcam, Aon. Another person that loves to trade this is Scuba. It's another reason why y'all be trading these crazy pairs. All right. Okay, Academy, look, you're trading Academy. Acadia, I don't know what all this other stuff is. ACE, it's a lot because the NASDAQ holds, I think the NASDAQ, yeah, the NASDAQ holds 100 companies. And the S&P 500 holds 5,000 companies. And US 30 is the top 30. The top 30 companies. That's why I like US 30 because it's more concise. It might not matter what all of these are doing, but you have to understand that these are going to either pull it up or down depending on what they're doing inside of their own stocks because you're trading the index, but the stocks themselves inside the index is what's moving the market, is what's moving that particular index as well. So it's you gotta know. You gotta know what you're trading. All right, so yeah, Cisco, they got some big ones. Cisco, Cititrend, Citizens, you know, they do got some big companies up in here. But a lot of them I'm not Coca-Cola, that's great. A lot of them not too familiar with, but this is all supposed to be tech, right? Tech. And tech is very big. We know that. So That might be why it's moving a little funky, you know? It might be just little things going on. What holds the airport stocks? US 30 actually has Boeing in there. US 30 has Apple, Microsoft, 3M. US 30 has all your major, that's why it's the top 30 companies in the US. Oh, this is what I was doing. Go back over here. Who is that? Major indices. All right. Dow Jones. I'm sorry, y'all. I think my daughter just got here. My mom just got here. Anyway, all right. Dow Jones is going to have. It was under components again, but I gotta. If y'all getting some knowledge and value tonight, y'all drop some sevens in the chat. I know we only got a few people left. We got a few people left hanging in there. Hanging in there. I appreciate y'all. Where is the dang? Come on, thing. It's somewhere up in here, guys. It's got Amazon. I forgot that too. It's got Amazon. It's got Visa. Like anything that you can think of that is big, US 30 has it. Okay. So definitely, yeah, US 30. All right, boom. So nice. Let's get back to this. Girl, Ari, girl, we're gonna have to dissect this. Nas gonna have to make a move, boo, because I see why you you be hyper scalping this. You gotta be, because this thing is just ain't nothing nice right now. Ain't nothing type of nice. So that's one thing I do want y'all to be aware of, family. Like if there is a pair that's really just not doing it, not moving it, like it's not the market conditions is just not there, do not force it. Please do not force it. Okay? If she's saying no, I'm not ready, she not ready. She is not ready. Because I just know this is a whole lot of choppiness and I don't like it. Let's see. Like I gotta do this little trend line here on the 1 hour. And I could do like this. And then we can maybe make something pop off with a little, you know, breakout market structure. Like a little triangle action. But I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be overextending it too much on this buy. It has broke the highs. And we also got to pay attention to news. And we also got Biden getting sworn in just about a month or a little over a month. And that's definitely going to rock this. It's definitely going to rock this. Okay. I don't like it, girl. I'm sorry. I've been there. All right. Well, can you save and send to me? Yes, I'm gonna save it to you. I'm gonna send it to you now. We're gonna have to go over this one like real good, Ari, because I really just okay, baby. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Thank you. Any other pair y'all want me to look at? Because Nas gave me a headache. Any pair, any questions, anything specific you need, any tools you don't know how to use, any indicators you're trying to get on there, like speak up or forever hold your peace, family, because it's it. This is it.
Gold.
Gold, there you go. Of course, gold. All right, cool. Hi. All right, so Do y'all understand correlations and how correlation works and what affects what? Drop a 7 in the chat if you know the DXY cheat code. Sorry, let me get some energy. Let me know if you know the DXY cheat code. Drop a 7. Nobody? Some of my old folk better know. I know y'all better know. DXY cheat code. Gold. Okay, here's gold. And if y'all don't know, family, like every time I'm on, oops, wrong one. Every time I am on here, I am looking at OANDA prices because most of our educators use the OANDA one. We don't use the OANDA broker. We just use the OANDA trading view chart. We don't use OANDA broker. That thing messed some people up. All right. So monthly. Oh, what I had over here. What was going on over here? Because I had something going on over here. Must have been something old. I don't know what it is, but I said it was going to go up and it did. Look at that, y'all. See, that's why it's so cool to have your old markups there. It went up however many pips, 1893. I'm so mad. See, this is why that's not good. You got to pay attention to your markups, family. All right, remove indicators, straws, everything. All right, so now we are on the monthly. Okay, the monthly is your friend. Monthly is your friend. Question. What's up, Steve? What's the question? Why you put a question mark? Okay, so support and resistance on the monthly. We see that last month it closed very bearish. November, it was very bearish. It was actually very bearish since August. So we've been in a sell on gold since August. August has gold has been plunging down for the past few months. Okay, so here we got support, resistance, right? Let's get some support and resistance in there on a monthly. Boom. That was easy, guys. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. 4 monthly support and resistance. If really, guys, it should take you 15 to 20 minutes to mark up a chart. Like, no lie. Like, it took me this long because I'm explaining to y'all. But like, if I'm just sitting here doing my thing quiet, like, it's gonna take me like 10 minutes. Like, especially once you get the practice. Like, why you think everybody, like, they just come in, you know, readjust their chart, move some things around, see what price is doing currently, and then get at it. Like, you know, it's just done. So, all right, really great prices on gold. Let's go ahead and do its highest high. Oh, baby, it really went to 27. That's crazy, yo. That is insane, y'all. I had a buy way down here in 1300 last year. 13 something. It was like 1300. I took it to 1400, y'all. It was like 800, 900 pips. Do y'all see how much this thing went up? Like, that is, since last year, if I would have held that buy, do y'all see that? That's 7,000 pips. Okay, who knows how to calculate pips on gold? Who does actually? Let me put it this way. If you don't know how to calculate pips on gold, drop a 5 in the chat. If you don't know how to calculate pips on gold, drop a 5 in the chat. Steve, I just told you this the other day. This was like yesterday or 2 days ago. Write it down. Y'all write this down right now. Every dollar that gold moves is equivalent to 10 pips. Okay? So if gold goes from 1860 to 1861, you already in profit 10 pips. Okay? If it goes from 1860 to 1865, you're already in profit 50 pips. All right, same thing. 1860 to 1870, that's 100 pips. How we calculate 5 pips? Easy. 1860 to 1860.50. That's 5 pips right there. All right. So you got to know that gold, every time it's moving $1, you are making some bread. Okay. And gold moves fast. Gold moves fast. All right. So we broke out here, hit this monthly resistance, came back in below it. I like this. So we definitely got to see, because this is a nice resistance area. We definitely have to see, since all this closed below and the retest closed below. Well, this isn't the retest. This is the monthly, and the monthly just opened. But monthly's sitting here, right? So let's go ahead and look at the weekly and see how the weekly closed. Beautiful. The weekly closed underneath the monthly, right? We had a nice, beautiful monthly breakout, a nice retest back, a nice pull up, and then we broke back into it. Okay, so now we're inside of it again, and we're retesting with this green weekly candle. Okay, so come Sunday, honestly, I really want to see this. Like, it should be a drop for sure. Because this is reminding me of what? 3 candlestick pattern. Right? Bearish, bullish, bearish. So we should definitely see a candle coming down, but how far down will we get into it? Possibly into here. Okay, this is a nice institutional candle area because price pushed down, and after this one push down, like, everything just shot all the way up. That's how you know that was a bank move. When you have a small candle going the opposite way and then just a huge impulse rush. So what happens is the banks, they like to come and get right back into that same spot, because what they're doing is they're breaking even on this sell because they never closed this sell. They kept this sell open as they bought and pushed the entire market up. And then once they made this money, they pushed the market right back down, so that once this does come back here and hit into this candle, they done broke even and they didn't lose any money. The banks never lose. This is why you have to trade like them. It's never us against the banks. It's never us against the market. We got to be with the market. The market is our friend. Okay, so we have to make sure we understand what we're doing and what the banks are doing within the market. So I like that. That's a nice little, a nice little thing. Let's see. We had this. This is a nice, and then right here on the daily, I mean, I would honestly not consider this a close above this monthly. I would still consider this, I would not consider it above. I would still, on the higher time frames, it's below. So I wouldn't even count this or think about this or worry about this, because this is also a doji, right? Everybody knows what a doji is. Everybody knows what a doji candle is. Doji candle is a candle that has a wick on both sides, at the top and at the bottom, and the body is tiny. Okay, so you can see there that the body of this candle is small and it has long wicks on the end, right? That's an indecision candle or a reversal candle, right? It's not sure if it wants to keep going up there. It's not sure about it. Just thinking about it right now, right? We broke down. We came here. We tested. We should definitely see this drop down. Okay, we should definitely see another drop down. And if we don't, and price holds here, then that's okay. That is okay, because you will be able to see that price will at least come back up into this area and potentially this one. Right, these are more support and resistance areas. Let me label these. These are daily. But yeah, you're really not gonna come in here and be all day marking up a chart. I promise you. Boom, I like that area too. So this is nice. Throw a trend line in there, right? Hold on. Oh, I was trying to open the chat in a second. Great. All right. So here we have this. Now, why am I not putting it here? Because that's a fake out. I'm not worried about this. I'm not dealing with that. We got this and we got this and we got this. Like this is, yeah, this is, and I'm not gonna call it a fake out. I'm gonna call it a fake out for retail purposes, but like in institutional trading, we don't call this a fake out. We just call this the move. Like that was the move that was supposed to happen. That was what the market was supposed to do, to come in here and get this money that has accumulated here with all this buying and selling, and then take it back down with the market. So that's a whole nother, that's just other stuff. But all right, let me see. Channel. This is a nice, beautiful channel. And I would just like to see it go maybe a little bit further down before it pops back up. So if anything, it could even just come here. I like this actually, because I like this line. Let's move this up to here. I like this candle. This is more like a really nice institutional candle. A lot of imbalance here where we need the market to come back down here. There's no selling. There's no sell candles. I like this. I like this. I'm gonna highlight our little candle, our institutional candle, right? And I'm gonna label the entry IC for institutional candle. That way I know that's where the institutional candle is, and that the play can literally come anywhere between here, which also makes it a daily support, which also makes it close to the bottom of this channel for better chances for it to come down and have an impulse up to the upside, right? Because anytime you have a descending channel coming down, right? Channel means it's coming down, descending channel. Anytime you have that, you're going to have a breakout to the upside. Okay, breakout to the upside. And then how do you find TPs and such? Support and resistance. If I were to enter here, where am I going to TP at? TP1 right here. Especially with this is a higher time frame. Like this is high time frame. This is swing trading. So family, like when you're finding TPs, like understand, like is gonna be some hefty TPs. Like even taking this to a sell down here, that's a lot. Like that's going all the way into the 1700s. We're still at 1835, 1838. Like we're talking about a big move, right? So really, and I mean gold has really been doing it. It's really been moving a lot like that. Like that's insane. Since last week, since the close of November, it literally, yeah, just flew up like 790 pips, like 760 pips. Like, is anybody trading gold? Who's trading gold? Drop a 1 in the chat if you've been trading gold.
I've been watching it.
You've been watching it? Gold is really, there's a lot of money flowing in and out of gold. Gold is a safe haven pair. If you don't know that, write that down. You have quite a few pairs that are safe haven pairs. Gold, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen. I think sometimes oil. What else? I think that's it. But what does that mean? That means when investors, sense that a big market crash is coming because of everything that's going on in the economy, and they start, to protect their money, because again, these people don't lose either. They're not stupid, right? They move that money into safe haven pairs. So everything that's in US 30, in NAS, in SPX, when it's going down, they're moving money around. That's all they're doing. They're selling their stocks, taking their stocks out, moving their money into safe haven currencies, into currencies that they know is not going to be affected, it's not going to affect their money, and they're going to be good to go until the market is ready and it crashed all the way, and they could buy everything at a very stupid cheap price and then pump the market with their money. Isn't it beautiful how a market works, guys? Isn't it beautiful? But yeah, guys, y'all gotta stay educated. Y'all already know I love y'all. Y'all my family. I gotta give y'all all the sauce. All right, let's see. 4 hour. Let's go back to this 4 hours so we can see what we popping with. This a lot. This too much. That's ridiculous. Let's go down here. Yeah, that's a huge move. That's a nasty move. Let's see. Sheesh. Yeah, that's a nasty move. It's 18. Is that 18,000? Is it 1,800? 18,000. 1,800 pips? I think it's 1,800 pips. Yeah. Yeah, 1,800. So yeah, family, like that's a lot of freaking pippage right there going on. Like if you put a 0.01 on it, how many pips would you make? I mean, how much money would you make? You know? Y'all don't know? 0.01 on it, 1,800 pips. No? Okay. So you would make, oh, we got somebody. Yes, 180 on a 0.01. Exactly. That's your smallest lot size. On a 0.10, you'll be making $1,800. Okay. On a standard lot, dollar lot, y'all, that's 18K. $18,000 just like that. That's insane. Right? So this is what I particularly like with gold. I want to see this rejection, this monthly rejection coming back in, simply because it just looked really nice on the weekly, the way it broke through and retested. Yeah, it closed a little slightly above. It's nothing major. Nothing major on the monthly either. But I would definitely like to see some sort of retrace first back into this, and then a nice push up into the market. But yeah, let's see. Let me go ahead and label this potential entry. Daily support. And I'll drop this in the chat. Anything else, family? All right. Go for it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off because I feel like I've been on my soapbox for a minute. Let me see. What time we started? All right, it's been about an hour. Wait, 7:50. It's been 2 hours. Oh Lord. Okay. It's been 2 hours. I was about to say it's been an hour. It's been 2 hours. Sheesh. All right, family. So I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Potential entry. Potential buy opportunity. Potential swing trade. That's what I'm gonna put. Swing trade. Potential buy. Cool. All right. If y'all got questions or anything else, just let me know. Hit me up. Y'all already know. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's walk this out with some music. Let's walk this out with some music. What song it? There we go. I'm about to rock it out. It's my jam.
With Mucinex All-in-One, you've got unbeatable relief from your worst cold and flu symptoms. So when you need to show your